Southwick family. My name's Haley.
And I'm Jared.
Something you may or may not know about us is that we love to play games.
We do. She's kind of obsessed. This is just like a small collection of a big collection we have. So today we'd like to go over 5 of our favorite games in no particular order.
These are games that we love to bring to any game night we're invited to, or to pull out when we have people over to play games with us.
That would be a game night. Yep.
The first one we want to share with you guys is a version of the classic game Uno.
Yes, it's very fitting that you chose this as the first one. Numero uno, number 1. But Uno Flip is just a variation. I mean, you've probably seen lots of different variations of the game Uno.
On one side of the deck, you have a typical game of Uno. It's got skips, reverse, and so on. What makes this Uno game unique is that it has a whole different deck on the flip side of it. In addition to the new colors on this side, there are also some new specialty cards.
We have this one. It's Skip Everybody, and you get to go again. This one is one of my favorites. +5. Everyone has their own house rules, I think, when you play Uno. I will forever love to stack +5s on top of another +5. No one's going to take that satisfaction away from me of making Haley draw 10 cards. This one is a wild, draw whatever color you call out from the deck until you get it, even if you have that color in your hand. So I'll be like, hey, I want turquoise, wild, draw turquoise, and she have to draw from the deck until she gets a turquoise.
Sometimes this card, I'll only have to draw 2 and then I get it. Other times, you could end up drawing like 20 cards before you get the right color. So this one's rough when you get this played on you. So basically, you always start on the light side, which is the normal Uno side. And you play as normal until someone plays this special flip card. Once this is played, everyone has to flip their hands over. The deck and the draw deck are both flipped as well.
Sometimes I'll have like multiple options on this side, but I'll be like checking like, oh, I don't want to get rid of my make Haley draw a bunch of cards. So I'm going to use this one instead.
When you're getting ready to lay a flip card down, you can hurry and scan everyone's cards, memorize what they have, and then when you flip it, you can use that against them. We've really enjoyed the game Uno Flip. So if you don't have this one, add it to your game collection. It's only like, what, $7?
It might be even less than that. It's a couple bucks at Walmart.
Very affordable and a lot of fun.
So the next game we like to introduce, it's a game by Grandpa Beck. It's called Skull King. We like a lot of the Grandpa Beck games. Another one here is Cover Your Assets. That's a good family classic. But Skull King is a fairly unique game. That's 2 to 6 players.
When we've played Skull King with people, they've said it's similar to the game Spades. Basically, what you do for Skull King is there are a variety of cards that have different rankings. There's basic suits, there's specialty suits, and there's face cards. And it's all on the theme of pirate. You'll get a set of cards each round, and then based on what your cards are, you basically are betting how many rounds you're going to win.
And you only get points if you reach your bid.
This is a game that sounds kind of complicated when you're explaining it. There's a lot of different cards, a lot of moving parts, but everyone we played it with says you catch on super fast.
Yep. It's one of those games you kind of learn as you go.
It's definitely got a lot more strategy involved in this game than some other ones, but it's not too crazy. It is a fairly long game.
But there's different variations you could play. Like in the rules, it shows how you can like make the game go shorter. Because you normally do 10 rounds, but you can like do like odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It's pretty adaptable. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Next up is one of the newest games we've added to our collection. It's the game Medium. This game is all about trying to get on the same wavelength as your partner. You're going to be paired up in partnerships, sitting across from your partner at the table.
Everyone's going to have a certain amount of cards. I think it's like 4 or 5 cards at a time.
6.
Okay, I was wrong. It's 6 cards. Anyways, the concept is your partner, like if it was my turn, my partner sitting across from me would lay down one of their cards that have just random words on it. And then she can choose what card she wants to put down. So say Haley had England. She puts it down, and I put down Princess. We both have to count down to 3 when we're ready and try to say the same word. Let's just do it. Let's try it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Diana.
Queen.
So as you can see, we did not get the same word on that one, but you have 3 attempts to match with your partner. But here's the trick. If you don't match on the first time, then you now have to use the words you just said. So instead of trying to match England and princess, we now have to find a word that connects Diana and Queen. 3, 2, 1, royalty. So that time we matched. There are tokens in 3 different colors for first attempt, gets 5 or 6 points. Second attempt gets 3 or 4, and third attempt gets 1 or 2.
And that's basically the gist of the game as far as like the main concept goes. Just the team with the most points at the end wins.
But this is a really fun one for groups. Sometimes you are on completely different planets with your guesses, and sometimes you're on the same wavelength, but you just can't quite get the same word. And it's really fun. Everyone's laughing.
Wedding.
Heart.
3, 2, 1, love. 5 points for us. Fireworks.
Melt.
3, 2, 1, hot.
Oh! Okay, so heat and hot.
3, 2, 1,
fire.
Warm. Warm fire.
Warm fire. Okay.
3, 2, 1, camping. Alright. No points that round. Alright, the next one we have on our list is one of my personal favorites. It is called Beat That. It's basically a game of random challenges. It's just great for parties.
So this game has a variety of supplies you might need, like chopsticks, balls, cups, dice, sticky notes, tape measure, and a timer. You're also given a certain amount of tokens.
So yeah, each token will have a different point value, like 5, 3, and 1. And based off, after you read the challenge cards, everyone, like on the count of 3, is going to choose a token. And depending on how confident you feel in your ability or in your team's ability, depending on the challenge card, to complete the said challenge, then you will place a bet on that. And sometimes the challenges can seem like they're going to be easy and they're not so easy, and the other way around.
So it's a lot of fun. The player with the most points at the end wins. Definitely a lot of laughs come from playing this game.
Yeah, but it's a really good time for sure.
It's recommended for 2 to 8 players, and gameplay usually ranges from 30 to 90 minutes. It can be a bit longer. You could shorten it and do less. There's usually 10 rounds, but you could do like 5 rounds if you want to make it shorter, but you probably won't want to stop playing because it's so much fun. Finally, our last game that we're going to share with you today is a take on the classic game charades. It's called Reverse Charades.
It's basically like charades, but in reverse.
So typically in the game of charades, you're going to have one person acting something out while the rest of the group guesses.
But in this game, it's the opposite. It's reverse. You're gonna have your whole team acting something out, but one person trying to guess what it is. So it can be a little chaotic, but it's a lot of fun.
And the cards are set up to make a lot of the things you have to act out things you couldn't do by yourself. Like maybe it's a proposal, or maybe we've got like bunk bed before or something where you kind of have to have a group to make it happen.
Yeah, so definitely cooperate, and obviously in charades you can't use your words too, so.
In charades you can't talk, so it's not like you have time to sit with your team and decide how you're going to act something out. You just get the card and then you're frantically trying to run around without being able to speak and try to coordinate how to act out that card as a group. And one person on the team is watching this chaos and trying to figure out what's going on, and it's a good time.
We've played with groups, like our whole family. Like we have a big family. We've played with up to 12 and more people, like almost 20 people, like at a big family gathering. Like there's not really a cap on how many people you have. I mean, you might be limited on space, but we've played with like teams of 8 to 10 on each side, and it's definitely doable. So it's good for parties and for larger groups.
It's one that's been really easy at family gatherings to do, that's fun for the adults, but you can also get the kids involved because you just heard them whisper to them what the word is, and they have fun participating in the group, acting things out. So just like charades, you're trying to get as many cards as you can guessed correctly within a time limit.
Whoever has the most cards at the end of a certain amount of rounds wins.
So if you haven't tried it, go check it out. It's a really easy one, really easy to explain to a group. It's not hard to get the concept, and it's a good time.
Yep, everything's a good time here. That's what we just keep saying, it's a good time.
We're always having a good time.
Yep. Leapfrog?
Yep.
Alright, do another card, go. Is it a party? Raise the roof.
Yeah.
Taser?
Yeah!
Six pack?
Yeah! 6-pack! So that wraps up our brief overview of some of our favorite games.
Obviously, we didn't go into a ton of detail with any of them. If you'd like us to do videos for each one where we go into a lot of detail and show a full gameplay, we can do that. Just comment down below if you'd like to see that.
Also, if you have any suggestions of games that you'd like us to check out ourselves, we're always open to new games. I mean, don't go too crazy, she already buys us too many, but we're always open to finding out new fun games to play.
So definitely share those in the comments below. If you want to get any of these games for yourselves, we have included all of those links of where we bought them on Amazon down in the description. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see us share more games with you, please make sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you can get notifications when we post our next one.
And if you hated this video, I'm just kidding. And if you hated this video, just share it to someone that you think might like it, I guess. If you don't like games or happiness or fun, like, maybe our channel's not for you. I'm just kidding.
So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
See you.